Hello everyone, one moment, let me get the music turned down for you all. Beep, and game sound on, there we go. Hello everyone, hello, welcome. I hope we're all doing fantastic this fine evening. Hello there, Moonlit Novel, and hello there to everyone else that has joined us on this fine evening. I hope you are all having a wonderful day so far. It has been a rather uneventful one for me. Then just playing some games with some friends, stuff like that. Meant to stream earlier, then, well, I kind of got the urge to do something else, and then I went to stream earlier than that. I'm watching on YouTube and Twitch. That's too much Nyan for one Maven to handle. Calm it down. You're gonna overload yourself. Ah. Much better. Ah. Anyways, how are we all doing to this fine day? Okay, let's see. Just making sure everything is correctly. Oh, hello again there, Nix. I have been all right, thank you. If you're gonna go to sleep, don't let me keep you up, okay? Please go get some sleep if you need to, okay? Do not let me keep you up. I know it's rather late for you. I do know it's rather late for you, so please do not let me be the reason you lack sleep. Go sleep and rest. It's important. Back of my throat feels a bit dry. Okay. Okay. Let's get this show. It's okay. Tomorrow's Sunday anyway. Well, as long as you're okay with it. Just don't, like, make you suffer for no reason. Okay. Ooh, endure. A moment. Oh, okay. Burps out of me. We have the requisite consent. It is time to put Nama's power to use. Well, you want to see Step in Shadowbring? Oh, I'm so close. I am so close. And you are all in for an absolute treat with the next thumbnail, by the way. I have got the art. I've got art to post. It's beautiful, okay? It is beautiful. Wait, did that quest like... Oh boy. If the ether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. No, that is not the voice I gave Estrella the last few times. I cannot remember what voice I gave Estrella. Both of you two, but we are meant to suffer. That's fair. That is fair. I cannot deny that. But yeah, no, we got about, you know, just over 3 hours today. So hopefully we can get close to the end of POST-STORMBLOOD. We won't be starting. Make a character voice book so you can remember what voice you have who. Oh no. I don't want to listen to my voice back. That's cringe. Why do you think I don't edit anything and I just live stream? I rely on all of you to make the clips. I don't do that. My voice is cringe. I'm not listening to it back. Anyways. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back. Oh, wait. That is the very wrong intonation for that. Oof. Anyways, let's see what she's going to do, shall we? It's a voice cutscene, at least. that's a lot of ether. Whoa, mama. By the way, Dan, do you know about Trench Crusade? I just found that new Grim Dark game, and it's found Trench Crusade. Is it a Warhammer game? Well, you good there, Stola?
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
I am just seeing the page here. Something wrong at the back of my throat. Jeez. It's a tabletop game. Interesting. I'll have to look into it. I do not pretend to understand what you did, Ishtola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Nyan, of course, we have taken a monumentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. It's kind of like Warhammer game, but it's combining concept of Crusade, World War One, and demons. A lot of demons. Also heretics. Love it. As would I. Without further ado, then. That's right, the Enclave, so I can just teleport straight over there. Yoink. And Dome and Enclave. I should seriously start putting one, so, like, have an extra hotbar just for putting, these on. God, I must stop being unwise whenever I saw... I know, right? Oh, Histola. Often explodes. Oh no, are you okay, Sunshine? If you're ill, don't be afraid to, like, go rest up or something, okay? Okay, as long as you're fine. Again, I don't want anyone coming to my stream and, like, you know, the whole point of what I do is for you guys to enjoy it. Not for you guys to suffer for the sake of watching it. Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well on the Azim step. Indeed, we have secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tatario and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. You need only say the words. Why is that werewolf so tall? That is not a werewolf, that is a wolf person. Thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. As soon as I hear Enclave, I might originally say Frank Horrigan. I'm not getting the reference. Which just leaves the small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri, Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors? He's just a wolf person. That's just how he's born. My lord, all of the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi and Suino Sato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as we expected, then. Well, there is naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Dorma's defenses, for the time being at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakuro, if you'd be so kind to hold the fort in my absence. I almost bit my tongue saying Hakuro just then. I almost bit my tongue. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. Yes, sir, I'll see you at the meeting here. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamegan quarter by now. Not gonna lie, I feel bad for you reading all this. Your voice. I'll be fine. Then let us not keep him waiting, shall we? It's the more hoarse voices that have an issue with me. I can talk forever, and I've never lost my voice as far as I'm aware. And I am very talkative. Frank Horrigan is a villain from Fallout 2. Oh, that explains. Oh, that's why it sounds familiar to me, but it doesn't instantly come to mind. Professional voice. No, how am I professional? I'm just putting a small bit of effort in. You can't praise me for something this meager. I used to say that when someone took me to karaoke once. Oh my word. Your ride's over, Mutie. Time to die. Chip's over there on the YouTube chat. Hey Chip, how are you handling watching over YouTube chat occasionally as well as Twitch chat? Wait, did you level Red Mage? Okay, let me show you quickly. Here they all are. Now we can all in agreement with what I've touched and what I haven't touched. Take a screenshot, whatever it is, and save it somewhere if you want to. Okay. Here's the gatherers and builders, the gatherers and crafters. I literally only leveled up to level 30 on Archer so I can unlock Bard, just so I have it unlocked. One of these days, I'll learn how to play. Anyways. Oh, fucking Thancred. His Stola has told me all, and I duly know told Orianja and Kriel. Ah, that was awful. I couldn't say that. I couldn't do that with a straight face. That was awful. Oh. I gotta think. What voice should I give Thancred? Ah, there's something down there. Get him! Get him! Get him, Chip! Get him! Sick him! Sick him, Mod! Good, Mod. Good. Excellent. Excellent. What does Danny DeVito even sound like? I'm sorry. I know the name. I just, like, when I think about him, what does it sound like? One sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. One sec. I don't know. I'm afraid I haven't. Okay. I'm about to make a fool of myself, aren't I? I've not. I realize I've not heard his voice nearly enough to do this efficiently, and I've never. This is gonna come out so badly, isn't it? This is gonna come out so badly. It's not like, it's got that really, Okay, mod. Oh. His told tell me all, and I duly told Urianja and Creel. How's that? Is that good? That good? Is that good? Creel in particular was concerned about Alphino. I assured her that everything can be done. That everything can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own tasks for the time being, on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any development. I love it. I love it. Ooh, well, that came out nicely. So that leaves the four of us to attend the council. Ehrenfeld is there to assist with security, incidentally, though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing, Alphino. Another one missing, Alphino? I expect. Oh, okay. Well, what do we... What do we think? Are we in agreement? Is this the new... Is this the new voice of Thancred? Why does that voice sound so familiar? But it's almost time. As soon as you are ready, present yourself to the guardsmen at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Welcome to El Amigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Sound like a Californian. Oh, okay. There we go. We got some cutscenes, everyone. I don't have to voice anything. Yay! I'm just gonna put this on.
Mistress Lise, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we for our part are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Oh, shit.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Oh, and unvoiced cutscenes. Oh, for
Nay,
goodness
'tis
sake.
we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing
Oh,
all
whatever.
of us together.
It'll play itself. Is it not? Come on.
In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
Oh, true. It has
The day
been
I
so
lost my
long.
arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino. In so many ways. Until such time as he returns,
God damn it.
I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
California girls are unforgivable.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
Not long enough to see. Oh my word! If imagine if Rabon could just regrow his arm, that would be weird. That would be very weird.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions.
Oh, that would be so cool. But I think
They
he's
who
more
bestowed upon him
badass
the
fighting with a
secrets of
single
summoning,
arm.
as they have so many others before and since.
Like he's never slowed
And while
down
they
as a
remain,
result.
We shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
Good question. Very good question.
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all.
Would be interesting to see what he has to say.
Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Interesting. Yeah, I know, right, Maven? That's what I always thought. It really, like, sells Ralbon's title as the Bull of Alamigo.
The Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
He carries a sword which many would consider
Ordinarily not.
To be a two-handed weapon
recovery,
in just one hand.
Rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however.
Okay.
There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces, would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Robot's so big when Pippin got one. He changed claws from Paladin to Dark Knight. Oh my word.
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
Sorrow.
What? This is different. What? What's going on?
Must be changed.
What? I don't understand.
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life.
What?
Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
This doesn't make any sense. Everyone with the echo is being affected right now.
Spies in our midst?
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Come
Let
on.
expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
You're all very excited for this.
Is it over?
Thancred!
I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh. I know he's suffering because he doesn't have a good, like, ether connection. So that really got him.
Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready.
I shouldn't laugh.
Swiftly.
Oh, I really shouldn't. It's just the way he fell off the table. Oh, I hope he's okay, though. Jeez.
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
Out of everyone.
What could have
Oh,
done
yeah,
this?
no more,
And
no more
why
Danny
just him and not the
DeVito.
others?
No more, no
I'm
more
afraid we could not
Thancred.
identify the cause, milady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
A slam! He just slammed
In
it.
gifting us a
Bang!
course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can.
Oh, lovely.
To him,
I'm
I would
glad to
say
hear it,
rest easy,
Nix. I'm glad to
that
hear
he
it.
may
Thancred
wake
will
to enjoy
continue
the
being
fruits
even
of
more
our labours.
Thancred.
Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Throw open the gates or
Alize
something.
and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
It's like something was calling out to us with something similar to the echo.
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Similar, but not the same.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Explain.
Cold.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
Shit.
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether. A consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian, La Hebrea.
Yeah,
The owner
like
of
the echo,
voice,
but a lot stronger.
whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But
Also,
if that's
Nix,
true,
let's not talk
where
about any
exactly are we
future
being
events
called
too
to?
much.
I know not. Yet one thing is
I
plain.
like being surprised.
Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a
I'm
friend.
I'm not like complaining or
worry.
anything. I'm just letting you
I'll
know.
see to it that
Just like,
Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
I have a thing against being told too much
Thank
about
you,
things.
Lys.
The discovery is what I enjoy, and when that's taken away from
As
me,
the
I
elder
tend to,
Seedseer says,
you know,
'tis
start
no ordinary individual
pulling
we are
away
dealing
from
with.
games and stuff like that. It
Nor
just
can we
kinda
discount the
happens,
possibility
so
of Ascian
it's just something I
involvement.
say to people.
Whoever or whatever
I
is
look
behind
forward
this,
to it.
the sooner we find out, the better.
Agreed. This is not going to go very well, as far as I can tell. That was something else. I just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond, but I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Oh? Speak of the devil? Ah, Urianger. Something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Thanalan? Wait, in Thanalan? As we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt the Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. So wish I was playing as Shadowbringer came out. Imagine this happening and then you have to wait for the next patch to find... Oh, God, imagine. I can't wait to catch up, personally. I feel kind of odd that Alamigo army still caught his resistance on. I guess. Yeah. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. I've learned Endure. Hey, level 73 on this character. Which is completely worthless to me. Urianger agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seats here, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you let me know. Alright? Promise me. God, all my female voices started to merge together. This is not good. Alright, let's be on our way. Oh God, I am going all over the place. I'm trying my best.
Urianger! God, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
I mean, obviously.
Aye.
Seemed to affect anyone with the echo.
At the self-same instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
What did you guys all hear? That's the question of the hour.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
Doubtful. Very doubtful.
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known.
If the Ascians could do this, why haven't they done it until now?
I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest,
Hello there, Bobby. Welcome,
welcome.
welcome. Glad to see you again.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed
Oh,
not.
always.
Of late, our agents charged
Glad
with
to have
surveilling
you
these
back,
tribes
bro.
have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
So where's all the ether going?
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to...
What the hell?
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Urianger, you good there, buddy? Come on, stay with us. Oh.
I hear it too.
Oh, here we go.
Only you. Only you.
Come on. Tell me what you need to. Let me understand.
Throw wide the gates.
Don't understand. What are these gates?
No. No, this can't be happening!
Oh my god.
Y'shtola! Urianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you!
I'm gonna find what did this and kill them now.
Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Yeah. Bad choice. Bad choice. Oh god, no, don't skip. Oh, what was that? Anyways, I don't know what that text was. It fucking auto-skipped. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. Nothing here would have behaved any differently. I didn't skip. That was an auto skip from the other thing. Yes, we have borne the two of them to a private chamber. But tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a like state in Alamigo? Yeah, we're going Irish. we're going Irish Scottish. I'm afraid so, though given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lys that he should be brought here. Take heart, milady, that the world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus we will rouse them no matter what. That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. I'm gonna kill whoever did that to Y'shtola. I swear to God. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsa Lominsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Wait, who? Okay. As you probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Okay. I'm completely forgetting who Garbu is again. Oh! The goblin that was affected by the primal! The one that was left behind after a freeze! I remember him! Man, that was a long time ago. Like, realistically, for me, that was a year ago.
It's been too long.
Titan, thank you. I was one of them. I forgot. But thank you. You reminded me it was Titan. Thank you, Maven. But I do remember him.
There's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
Cobalt, not got.
I see.
Whatever.
You're still fighting.
Whatever. Why were you corrected me on this? How dare you? It's been literally like a year or two since I first played this. Give me a break. Those were long sleepless nights. Okay, now that is undeniable. That is like, I'm not sure. Nyx at Lalafels as goblins? Seriously?
You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones.
And they will again.
Not like now.
We will help them all.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You need more faith in yourself. You still have me, right?
And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I would do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Couldn't agree more. Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. Also, I like being in a guild group. By the way, do you stream at tomorrow 14? I don't want to miss your Shadowbringer maiden voyage for the world. I think it'll be late on Monday, probably. I will see. But we'll see. We'll see, okay? We'll see how it goes. If I do it tomorrow, it won't be my only stream tomorrow. So I may have to push myself if I do that. But we'll see how it goes. Here's the deal. If I can finish Stormblood tonight, I will do Shadowbringers tomorrow. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Minfilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, some of it for the good, some not so, but all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphino to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversity. Bearing heavy burdens, everyone is playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Look, I have 2.5 hours to do this, okay? I don't know if I will be able to, but we will see. Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital...
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire.
Oh, so he knows.
My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave. Father.
Ashids always knows each other's moves, my words.
I should be the one to sigh.
What?
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
Oh, so this is the great... The freaking... I've heard of him for a while now. I just haven't... I don't know anything about him.
Have you no words for me either?
I know his face,
No
though,
matter.
and his name. And that's about it.
I've long grown weary of this mummery.
I like this music. Holy
Now,
hell.
my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
Oh, shit.
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool.
Hello there,
His
one up.
choices as emissary seldom err.
Don't you dare pss me.
If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The Founding Father was an Ascian. And he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
Wow. You have got to be kidding me.
I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power. And there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting
Solus
powerful
Zos
pawns.
Galvis.
To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork.
He said it, yep.
Paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices.
I guess so.
Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of
Shot
his
through
own
the heart,
destiny.
and you're to blame, saying you give love a bad name. Oh,
such a
and he's
waste
back.
of time and energy, both yours and mine.
Yeah, who would have seen that coming?
Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you, pliant pieces for the game.
Yeah, I guess you could say you got triggered.
Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
How dare you, what? How dare you me? No foghorns. No foghorns. Meanwhile, at a resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. Thank you for the hydrates. And there they are. What in the world? Oh, shit. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. It's like they had the very life sucked out of them. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Girabania. A gas. Black Rose it was called. And to breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this? I thought the project abandoned, and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools! What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? How does he know so much? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters, the Asians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Asians and put an end to their plot. What do we think about the voice I've given, quote-unquote, Shadow Hunter? What do we think of that, huh?
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemist's Guild
Very
and
close.
Starblade
I tried so hard. See, this is one character in which I know who it is. It's really obvious to me. And only because I knew the character was going to come back, because I heard something at one point or another. This is the only time where, even though the game hasn't told me it's them, I know it's them. The only time. The game hasn't specifically said it, but I know it's them. So that's why I've given him that voice, because I have heard his voice so often. And I love his voice.
Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us.
Yeah, the blade. The blade, most importantly, gives him away.
And Elfano's still missing.
He's just not looking... Yeah, we're just not looking gold right now.
Start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Creel! Or Kryl.
Kryl?
Sorry.
I did not think you well enough to travel. When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances. Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryl. We would welcome your insight. And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
Because it just hasn't affected everyone with the Echo?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
Maybe it's only affected specific individuals. I mean, whatever it is seems to have a specific intelligence
That particular
to it.
grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Oh. Okay, Discord restarted for a moment there. Weird.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault. But I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before. You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech.
No worries, Nix. You go get some rest, okay? When you're up, hopefully I will have finished Stormblood. And the next stream you catch will be me playing Shadowbringers.
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need
No worries,
absolute
chap.
quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you look...
Whoop, I accidentally skipped too much there.
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep.
Hey, I just want to stop by. Thank you, One Up. Have a good one.
It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms. Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation. I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred. I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy. Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So, I suggest we pay her a visit.
Oh, we're paying Matoya a visit. Oh, I really hope she doesn't chew my ear out or anything. Listen, I'll leave you guys to talk to the hag, okay? I'll just be in the background with moral support or something. Such a pain going to here. Going to Matoya's cave is always fucking forever journey. Hope it's okay to always tell you something is right about the stories. I really like it when you... No, that's perfect for me, Maven. Don't let me know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying out loud my thoughts as they happen, basically. That way I can kind of let you guys know what I'm thinking when I'm thinking it, in a sense. I don't want anyone to tell me the answers or anything like that. Let me figure it out as I go along. That is perfect for me, okay? Like, even if I ask a question sometimes, it'll likely be rhetorical. You know, it's not actually supposed to be answered. I'd heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. Yeah, seriously, she is all the way out here in the boonies. Oh boy, here she is. Fun fact, I'll have her hat eventually.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
Because I'm going to be buying the second volume of the,
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name.
for the Eorzea Encyclopedia, and it comes with a code for Matoya's hat.
I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
You actually made the hag smile. I am astonished right now to an unimaginable degree.
Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
What have you got? Let's see where this trail takes us.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
I'll have a look around it when I'm done with this, Maven. I don't think I actually noticed that.
What is
That's
it?
not a
Did
good
you find
face.
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
Speak.
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
I mean, this isn't the first time we've encountered individuals from another dimension. We did encounter the Warriors of Darkness not so long ago.
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea.
This is what this is reminding me of them.
Follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
Excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way.
What happened?
That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
What?
I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Good.
Then.
Agreed. Oh, Alphino, please be with them. Please be with them.
Not again. Enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
No. This is different.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Yeah, something is wrong. Something doesn't add up here. Ether's running thin. Something is going bad. I'm reminded of the warnings the Warriors of Darkness told about how their world, when they beat the darkness, it unbalanced things. The light started causing problems. Not enough answers. Anyways, continuing. So, that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola? I had a distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaked out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tales she has of grandfather. I almost can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said, unless... there's no point speculating. Lise said she'd notified the gods of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in the Alamican Quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alphino's plight, and lead the search for our friends' lost souls to me. There it is. Okay, let's go inside. What news do they have?
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother?
Oh?
Where is Alphino?
Jeez. Biting.
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This Shadow Hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard.
Hello there, Mr.
We made
Bro.
our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I can't thank Commander
what in the
Aldin enough
glitch
for
was
giving us such
that?
an unexpectedly warm welcome.
Did anyone else see that, or was it just like me that just kind of saw that for a moment?
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No.
Yeah, Maxima
they
does
won't.
certainly know.
Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
If that is even something that they're willing to do.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Aye, aye. We can make that happen. Oh god, not again!
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Beyond become instant. Throw wide the gates.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer.
Although we seem to be still in our bodies,
We'll
at
keep
least, so
working on
that's
it.
good.
But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Yeah. Exactly. Throw open the gates. So, Alphino is safe, for the present at least. Now all we need to worry about is a full-scale Imperial invasion. I'm actually glad Lee's tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better to be dashing from place to place than sitting around stewing over things we can't change. To the Enclave. Well, she's got the right attitude about it. That's for certain. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. The Cohesion and the Confederacy you already know, and it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the Steppe tribes. We have also been joined by our neighbors from Noxia, and the indomitable citizens of Dalmasca, though the scattered nature of the latter's resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. Wait, I'll probably be done within the hour or so? Ooh, these proud peoples have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Gallian Empire. I am glad to see your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we will soon have need of your strength. I can tell you this much. I have just under 2 hours on me at the moment. So, if that is the case, Maven, good news. Okay. I thank you for bringing me news of Alphino. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for this sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report we receive from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allagan energy barrier. The energy barrier. Yes, I thought you'd call it something more auspicious. Name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps. Cierus Aegis? Or some such. Well, just a thought. Wait, Cierayu. That's it, Cierayu. The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing stage. Have you time to attend the first test? You've seen the field which protected Aziz's law firsthand, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. I would happily attend this. I will come too, if you don't mind. Though I am no Ishtola, I may still be able to offer some insight. Of course, time being of the essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Yugiri, I leave you and Hakuro to bring the War Council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and ready, my lord. Wear the storms. Things are getting interesting. We will cross the burn by Yol and Falcon, as before. Join me at the Overlook near the House of the Fierce. Okay. Hold up. I can just fast travel straight from within here. Ah, this is the instance you mentioned about. It's about to be an instance, isn't it? Give word when you're ready to take wing. Ah, thank you for the hydrate check. Appreciate it. It's not an instance yet. It is a special zone. At least for a cutscene, perhaps.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand.
Shall we fire it up?
Work as we intend. Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming. $1,000 yards. 2,000.
Let's do this.
Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
Oh yeah. That's a big wall.
4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Oh, hell. Well, here comes our first test.
Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us.
Uh-oh.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
How much you want to bet this is just Alphino? Oh? It might actually be. Oh, God!
By the gods, it's Alphino. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
Speak!
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
So that's what he sounds like with... Did they change the voice actor? As well? Because I really liked the original one. Or is it just because he's no longer wearing the helmet?
No, not him too.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem.
No, I think it's just the helmet, that's right.
Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
There we go. Ha ha ha! Gaius von Belsar!
Aye. Gaius van Belsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
Ta-da! Oh, come on, calm down.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Belsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
And yet here he is.
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea?
He had the right intentions. If you think about it from his point of view, he thought he was doing good. Yeah, his voice actor has changed.
The Ascian used me, as he used so many others. All to
it's
further
close,
the restoration of his wretched god.
But I had to, like... It's just the original one is so much... It's
Yet
just
even with the might of
iconic
Alec
to
at
me.
my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge.
Most if not all voices changed. Yeah.
My principal quarry was to be La Habrea.
Okay.
Whom I gather you have since
I'd like
ushered onto
Maven also. I think one of the actual reasons was because of the voice actors strike. Because of the voice actors guild wanting better pay. I think that, as far as I heard, that was the actual reason why.
But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world. I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions
No worries,
not of
Maven.
like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
But I heard that after Shadowbringers, they haven't really changed any voices since then.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the source. The first was Lahabrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on Lahabrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light.
I would have thought either Elidibus or Lahabrea.
Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets.
I mean, you know, considering the fact that you can't really kill the Ascians, they just kind of come back possessing a new person.
It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Oh, that would be very bad.
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno C. Galvus.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized.
Oh?
And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
Oh.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank,
yeah,
I am
that
yet a son
explains
of
that other
Garlemald,
thing that we saw.
And I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the
Because
Hunter
again,
of
like
Shadows.
I said before, the Ascians can't
We
really be
should
killed.
focus on
They
our
just kind of
common
just
foe.
find someone else to
To
possess.
reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life. So I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
There are more important matters at hand.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting.
That's right, they can be bound to White Auracite. I forgot about that.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least.
But even then, didn't that, like, wasn't that, like, something that didn't really last forever?
Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Okay. Alphino is safely ensconced in a private chamber. My finalist healer is examining him as we speak. I got to the voice eventually. I've spoken with the physician, and there are no outward signs of illness. Alphino is lost in a sleep from which he cannot be awoken, just like the others. It seems that even the lands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. I share your frustration, Alisai. I do, but Alphino is returned to us alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duties as a scion, yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made, and little time to make them. To business then, my lord. Now that we know Seryu's wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements for Alamigo? You most certainly can. As promised, we will send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay. Save for some few who boast teleportation magics, the bulk of our force must be transported by sea, a lengthy voyage for which the smaller vessels favored by the Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the East Aldenard Trading Company in finding suitable ships. As for navigating the distances in question, we are in the happy position of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Eorzea. Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it unlikely that our East Aldenard friends will consent to any involvement in military operations, but I am certain they will afford Alphino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a chirurgeon accompany him every ilm of the way to the Rising Stones. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. Yugiri, I will go on ahead with our friends to Alamigo, enlist all those capable of teleportation, and put them at the disposal of the Eorzean Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. This is exactly what we'd hoped for. Lisa and the Alliance leaders will be glad indeed to welcome the combined strength of the East. Couldn't agree more. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant...
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
Uh-oh.
See that you do.
Oh no.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
Oh, wait, you're not sure. But your sub-alert is not working as I just... Wait, what? It didn't work?
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess...
Ooh, it's possible that, that Stream Elements is down. I apologize, but thank you, Maven, for the sub. I really appreciate it.
Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence.
Yeah, Maven, I don't know. There's not much I can really do about it, sadly, but thanks for letting me know.
Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise.
Oh?
Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was
have a good sleep there, Mr. Bro.
From collapse.
Thanks for coming along.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Ho 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 ho! He sees it.
Well,
the
of
Ascians
course
are
it
nothing but
was.
so
Though
chaos.
I will admit, the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
Oh boy, he's not gonna be very happy about that.
If you have no further questions, I must be on my way.
Also, I'm really glad you're enjoying it, Maven.
Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey?
Oh my word.
If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world.
He's got something of a personality, that's for certain.
Give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
Damn. Society. That's all I could think of. Just Joker. Society. We live in a society. We must leave now to convene with Eorzea's leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Hakuro, I leave you in command. My lord. I shall assemble an advance party with all haste, and join you in Alamigo forthwith. I've just received word from Lys. The Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo's northeastern border. Once we've arrived in the locks, we're to report to a resistance officer stationed in Porta Praetoria, who will point us in the right direction. Let's not keep them waiting. Sounds good to me. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh my god. Oh my god, after this quest there's one more and then there's just 2 more quests. Oh my god, I'm actually going to manage this. So, a week before early access. I know, right? It's a shame. You know, I think the one thing I'm going to have an issue with, and I'm going to really hope something here. I really hope that the Glamora plugin and Dalamud are still, like, functionally intact enough that they work. That's all. They should. They should be alright. Because the Glamora plugin, the way I'm using it, is simply to replace the color palette for the hair. And that's it. I changed some channel colors, that's all. Just the 2 hair colors and the highlights. That's all I changed. So they should be alright. Ah, you must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you'll follow me, I'll take you directly to Alliance headquarters. Let's get going. Well then, everyone's on high alert here. Glad to see we're all taking it seriously. Well, what do you have to report to us, Lys?
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Here. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, while our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
He's been affected as well. Oh yeah, also Gaius van Balsar's back.
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Balsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
Oh, yep.
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it.
Aye, aye.
As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
What?
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Well, I'll definitely be there.
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it.
Steel yourself.
Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Hey, so she's
In case
taking
you're
charge.
wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Oh, lovely. I'll be there. Don't worry. I'm not like fond of
That's settled
politics
then.
either, but
We
I'll
don't
be
know
there.
what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
I know. Why not just take Thancred for him to slap on the floor again? You know what we could
The
do?
meeting will take
We could
place on the
string it,
border.
like string him up like a,
Anticipating an early
like you know,
assault,
like
we
a
mean to
freaking
position
one of
the
those
bulk of our
puppets,
forces
and just
nearby.
like hang it from the ceiling, and like pretend to have him walk around.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Just tape his eyes open or something, or put glasses on him so he can't see that he's actually like unconscious. Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? Parley with the emperor. Oh, here we go. Do you ever find it awkward to sit down with that cape?
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
This isn't gonna go very well, is it?
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Oh, piss off.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Oh, you giant man baby.
Your Radiance, I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
And look where his father ended up. Remind me again? Oh, that's right. In a grave. 6 feet under.
Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people.
Oh, don't you start.
There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong, from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
Every time he has something to come back with them.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
He really doesn't know how to put down his pride. He thinks his way is the only way because he's the only one who could ever have suffered.
I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please, if you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future.
I'm not sure this is going to go well anyways.
May I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
His armor was most certainly not designed with giving hugs in mind. Phew, this was really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do not to not swear at him. Honestly, I don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what Alphino would have done. I tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor do I think he looked for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene, though, so why don't we try consulting our illustrious leaders? Mayhap they will have some insight to share? I'll say one thing for this Varus. He is well versed in Eorzean history. His place in this world has become a dark past. They've gone past it, and they learned that the past, they have to keep them down. They can move forward together. I know. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. The conqueror would know his enemies. Oh, whoop, that was the wrong voice. Oops. All should know their enemies, yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. I'm sure Varus would be happy to tell you more. Ha! You would have me ask the Emperor himself? Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answers, even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. 12 have mercy, but for Lady Alicai's timely interjection, we might well have come to blows at the negotiating table. Not that Emperor Varus left us a great many options. Is unconditional surrender all he will accept, do you think? Ere he arrived, I'd have said yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly. He's building up to something. I know it. How then shall we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Say nothing of Xenos or the Asians. You believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at his ease? Mayhap you are right. Thank you, Nyan. Okay. This parley was never to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varus's relationship with the Asians. As had we all, yet if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact, and if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we are to broach that particular subject, we will need to be subtle. Would that I knew more of the man. If you would indulge me, Lord Hien, you received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true that the Emperor's will is considered absolute? There is no higher authority in all the Golemald, nor else in the heavens. Come to that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted being that of his Regence's own person. That sounds especially like a religion in itself. I share your disdain for the hypocrisy. Even as they denigrate the idea of the faith, they revere their leader with a fervor others reserve for the divine. 'Tis a flaw common to much of the doctrine they feed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varus to reveal something. You've spoken with everyone, then? Good. Now all that remains is to await the pleasure of the Emperor, and hope we fare better at the second attempt. Okay, here we go again.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the barren said to have been laid waste by Icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Here we go. These are the true questions they should be asking.
Finally, you ask the right question.
Oh, he's too happy.
I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause.
Oh boy.
My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more.
Explain.
No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rolga's name are you talking about?
What?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections.
What?
At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother.
What are you
all
on
in your
about?
own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
What the hell are you on about?
Of worlds. I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
I'm gonna shoot off. Have a good
these not the
stream. I catch
selfsame
you,
desires as the
Shadowbringer. Okay,
Asians?
Maven. Thank you for coming along.
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing.
Yeah.
But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
And he's just outright come out with it.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your prize is a lie. Your master's demons.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate.
To free man from the prison of divergence.
You're insane.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard.
Oh, where have I heard this before?
An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate.
Aha. Says who? The Asians?
I bid you join me. Not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You're mad.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together that we might take fate into our own hands.
You're insane. Simple as. Nothing more, nothing less.
Hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Asians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
No. There's another way. There always is. You're just too desperate to see otherwise.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a burn.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
Without a single thought, I cannot condone such a loss of life.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me.
And you Garleans never cease to freaking disgust me.
Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Cowards. I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle. So as worrying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still.
Hello there, Mizu! Very much. Gooba spotted. Gooba, 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 gooba. Hi, I hope you're doing well.
Built on a mountain
Thank you
of
for the
bodies.
hydrate.
I too want the Asians dead, but not at any cost.
Ooh, okay. And the posture check. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
The last of the reinforcements from Dorma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
I'm great, thank you.
If the Garleans come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not?
Give me a moment. There we
For
go.
once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who will really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
Okay.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Here we go.
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it.
Oh, you can assure that much.
It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right.
You can be damn well sure it will be.
So please, don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Aye, aye. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Holy shit. Yep, this is war, alright.
She'll fall soon enough.
Okay. All of my three, I think it's Sensu? Whatever. Whatever it's called. Senku bars, whatever they are called, are filled up. Send. That's it, just send. Enough! Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, next up. Down this way. I just managed to get out of that attack circle before it landed. Okay, first boss coming up. What the hell? Oh. Okay, that one's beaten. Yoink. Let's keep on going.
Let us be about it!
Okay. Okay. Next interaction looks like it might be a boss.
I shan't hold back!
Come on. Okay. Next boss. We just have to get through to the final one, and then this part of this is done. I think I'm going to have to do like a 1-hour stream in the morning before my collab tomorrow with Aya to do the finishing, like the final patch for this expansion. For like the Stormbloods post MSQ. Oh boy. Ow!
You shall fall soon enough.
Enough!
Okay. Oh my god! I didn't see that at the end until it was too late. Oh, I got completely wiped just then. Okay, let's sprint through. Okay. There.
You underestimate me.
Okay. Leave them to do their own thing now.
This knight does not yield!
You shall fall soon enough.
Okay. Come on. Oh, what the hell? Come on, man! How many more war machines are you gonna throw at me? I know you've got so many, but come on! Let me just get to the final boss of this dungeon so I have enough time to stream the entire thing. I don't want to have to rush the ending raid again. Well, that was close. Up. Okay, here we are. Oh boy, what are we fighting? Oh, lovely. These savages bested our vanguard. Impressive. But in the end, they're only that, savages. Now let us be brief, his radiance awaits. Okay. Let's see what these two have got. Crap! What? Jimmy got your nose. Oh, you mean them? Yeah. Sorry, this fight might actually be a little bit tough. Based on how this fight actually, plays out. I only got 15 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna have to redo this in the morning. Which will be really awful for me, but I don't know. I'm gonna try one last time. If I die again, I will have to end here and do it again in the morning. Screw it. What the shit? Okay. Wow, okay. I'm gonna do that one more time. But I may just do it in the morning with actual players. Since every time I die, it's just a complete and utter reset. No revives from the healer or anything. What now? Oh god! Heal me, please! Oh. Yes! Oh boy. What now? Yes! We did it! Woo! We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. Oh. Wow. Whew. Okay.
We did it! I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
You were truly inspiring in battle, my friend. I'm determined not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Wouldn't celebrate too yet. Oh, not again.
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
What the hell? Oh, shit. She's gone now as well, isn't she?
Oh no. Don't tell me. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Quickly! We must get her back to the encampment.
Oh, jeez. We're dropping like flies, honestly. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone so much for coming along. I do have to end now. I really do appreciate everyone sticking around and all that. I've already picked out someone for us to raid. So, if you do not have access to emotes, our raid message is thus. And I apologize, I have to rush this. We've only got a few minutes left before I gotta go. But, if you do have access to emotes, our raid message is thus. We will be back tomorrow. Like I said, we'll do a 1-hour stream in the morning or so. And we will do, we'll finish this up. We will end Stormblood. I told you I'd end it this week and I meant it. But, after that, at 3 p.m. BST tomorrow, we will be having a 3-hour IDV stream with Aya. We'll be playing some more Duo Hunters, but until then, I thank you all so much for coming along. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you all the next time. Thank you all so much for coming along. And bye-bye.